Good evening. Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. A major shakeup of the Artemis program announced this morning, including pushing the expected moon landing back by years. Artemis 3 was originally supposed to be a moon landing. However, NASA said that it will now be a different mission entirely. The moon landing mission will now be referred to as Artemis 4, slated to launch in 2028. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman explained the new goal for Artemis 3.
We're essentially going to pull in Artemis 3 to launch in 2027 with a revised mission profile. So instead of going directly to a lunar landing, we will endeavor to rendezvous in low Earth orbit with one or both of our lunar landers.
Meanwhile, NASA is still trying to get Artemis 2 off the ground. The mission to take 4 astronauts on a test flight around the moon was supposed to launch this month. But now, due to a series of delays, it won't launch until April at the earliest. You can watch the entire Artemis 2 press conference on demand on Fox 54 Plus right here. Download on your TV. Watch for free. We reached out to Boeing for a statement regarding these Artemis developments. A spokesperson told Fox 54 that the company is proud to support NASA's vision for space, saying, quote, designed in Alabama, built in Louisiana, and integrated in Florida, SLS is enabled by a workforce and supply chain ready to meet NASA's increased mission cadence, end quote. Representative Dale Strong voicing his confidence in the new plans and in North Alabama's availability to meet the demand. Taking to X to say, quote, with North Alabama's work and expertise on SLS, HLS, and deep space propulsion technology, our community stands ready to deliver on this promise, end quote. First on Fox 54, a Huntsville church filed its response today to one of 3 lawsuits stemming from child sexual abuse allegations against a former daycare worker. Cameron White was first arrested last month for child sexual abuse, and since then the investigation continues to grow with more and more charges being filed, some going as far back as March of 2021. White now faces 8 felony counts, all involving children under the age of 12. He also faces 3 civil lawsuits from families representing the victims, and just today, Trinity United Methodist Church listed as one of the co-defendants in those lawsuits, denying allegations they could have seen White's alleged conduct coming, saying they had no knowledge of any misconduct by White prior to his arrest. The church also arguing they exercised reasonable care in hiring, training, supervision, and monitoring. A few hours after filing the complaint, Trinity's director, associate director, and a classroom coordinator named defendants in the lawsuit also filed papers signaling they deny responsibility. White remains in custody in the Madison County Jail on a $400,000 bond. You couldn't ask for more better weather today. It was perfect, picture perfect. This is a look from Huntsville. Not a cloud in the sky here. Temps escaping the cold from earlier this week. Does this mean, though, the end of fake spring and maybe the beginning of real spring, Jordan?
We're getting close to the beginning of real spring. I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet that real spring is like officially here, because we're only getting ready to close out the month of February and head into the early days of March. But we are creeping closer and closer and closer to the start of real spring. Beautiful evening out over the Parkway. Traffic seems to be moving smoothly. A couple of folks going out and about this evening, as you should. We are talking about some fantastic weather. It's difficult to find much in the way of any cloud cover, and temperatures on the warmer side, 58 in Huntsville, 63 in Athens, sitting at 65 degrees right now in Florence, lower 60s up in southern Middle Tennessee, lower 60s over in northeast Alabama. Fort Payne, good evening. You find yourself sitting at 61. Now, of course, these numbers gradually going to taper off over the next couple of hours. 56 at 7, 53 at 8, 52 by 9. 50 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m., but we're going to maintain that mostly clear sky. That mostly clear sky is going to stick with us at least as we head into the front half of the weekend, which is going to allow temperatures to climb a little bit more tomorrow compared to what we saw today. We'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes.
Well, emergency officials in Lawrence County assessing the damage after last night's thunderstorms. The county EMA says most of the impact to the area is hail related, with much of the reported damage involving dented cars and homes with damaged roofs. The county reported the damage to the National Weather Service and the Alabama EMA for documentation and coordination. If you experienced any damage from last night's storms, you're asked to contact the Lawrence County EMA to file a report. A Crossville man behind bars tonight in connection with the shooting in DeKalb County. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office says a man was taken to Marshall Medical Center South with a gunshot wound yesterday. Investigators spoke with the victim and identified David Ladaduran as a suspect. Authorities arrested Laradorin at a home on Road 9046 in Witten, charging him with assault and tampering with physical evidence. Homeland Security investigators are assisting with the case. He's held in the Cobb County Jail without bond. We've learned a man struck by a train this morning at a railroad crossing in Huntsville. The police department says they responded to the area of Triana Boulevard and Holmes Avenue, where they found a man who had been struck by a train. The train conductor says the man was too close to the train and it clipped him. The person sustained serious injuries and was taken to the Huntsville Hospital Trauma Center. Sheffield Mayor Brian Vandevender recovering at home after suffering a brain aneurysm, reassuring the community that city business is still moving forward. Vandevender was airlifted February 10th to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where he received specialized treatment in the hospital's neurological ICU. He returned home Tuesday to continue his recovery. In an update shared to Facebook today, Vandevender said while he's focused on recovering, he's also managing several key city initiatives, including an inmate work program and hiring a new event coordinator. UAB Medicine in Huntsville unveiled a brand new primary care clinic for veterans today, and it's expected to bring quality care for thousands in the Tennessee Valley. The 7,000 square foot facility on Governor's Drive will bring even more access to veterans for services like cardiology, chemotherapy, podiatry, and neurology. The first patients are expected Monday. Dr. Ladi Kukuyi describes how it localizes resources for thousands of veterans.
We can actually hire people and have lots of space to provide those services. So veterans don't have to drive to Birmingham. Veterans don't have to go into the community or go to another state because our doctors can provide the same care here. The one I'm most excited about is people with cancer. When people have cancer, they have to get infusions like every couple of weeks for a long time. That's a long drive to make. Now they can get it here.
To learn more about the clinic and the transportation program to get you there, go to FOX54.com. Governor Kay Ivey has officially scheduled the first execution of 2026, but not without some pushback. Charles Sonny Burton and 5 others entered an AutoZone in Talladega in 1991, intending to rob the store. During the attempted robbery, Burton shot and killed Doug Battle. He was sentenced to death. Burton spent more than 30 years on death row for a murder the state of Alabama agrees he did not commit nor order, leading to a billboard campaign for his release, with his supporters calling for justice.
Could it be fair to kill someone who has never killed anyone? We don't execute people for robbery in this country. And what we're asking Governor Ivey for is justice.
The state executed 5 people last year, the second most in the country. Burton's execution set for March 12th. The admitted shooter, Derek DeBruce, had his sentence reduced to life without parole. The Alabama Senate passed a bill eliminating out-of-pocket costs for breast cancer screenings. Currently, health insurers must cover routine mammograms for women over 40, with some plans banning cost sharing. House Bill 300 expands those protections, requiring a broader range of breast imaging exams to be covered without deductibles, co-pays, or co-insurance. Supporters say removing financial barriers will help ensure patients complete follow-up imaging, potentially leading to earlier detection and better outcomes in the fight against breast cancer. The bill now heads to Governor Ivey's desk. Emmy Award-winning comedian Cat Williams is creating a production hub for students in Anniston. It's being built at the old Fort McClellan Army Base. Williams is partnering with Miles College to create the hub, which will be called Comet Movie Works. It will focus on giving students opportunities to work in artificial intelligence and augmented reality in film. The base even has some of the needed equipment already, including 2 state-of-the-art sound stages.
We had to go to another foreign country and give them millions of dollars. Instead of that, we have the ability to create all of that using qualified people of color. At the end of the day, it's making for better movies, better production. Everything is just better. So we're able to use it without cutting down the workforce.
There are a lot of jobs right now that in 5 years won't be in existence because of AR and AI. And we want to make sure that our students are equipped with the tools they need to operate in that world.
Williams says he's excited about leaning into the new world of AI and bringing diversity to the industry outside of Hollywood.
It is the smiles on those kids' faces. Lights me up every single time.
Disney on Ice, back in the Rocket City, we spoke with one of the performers about what makes the show worth it to him. And a new meeting place for members of the LDS Church opened today in Madison. We had a sneak peek inside. That is next. After nearly a decade of planning and preparation, a new place of worship is now open in Madison. Today, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints celebrated the completion of their new meeting house, marking both community growth and a long-awaited milestone for the local congregations. And just 2 miles from this new meeting house, groundbreaking will soon begin for the new Huntsville Temple. This nearly 21-acre site will serve the growing congregation across North Alabama as church membership continues to expand statewide. Fox 54's Valentina Chalala tells us more.
Doors opened for the first time at a brand new chapel for the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. And before the ribbon cutting, we got an inside look to see everything this new building has to offer. The new meeting house is expected to serve more than 3,000 Latter-day Saints from Madison and surrounding communities, providing a place to gather, worship, and build connections close to home. Regional leader David Dunford says this project has been a long time in the making.
Prior to the building being built, they had gone out and looked at areas around here and where growth would be, and this facility, this space was picked out 9 years ago.
The meeting house is designed to be a welcoming space for people of all ages and backgrounds, many of whom previously traveled to Athens to worship.
It's an exciting time to move to Madison with all the growth and expansion that we're experiencing and the opportunities that come along with that and the ability to fulfill the American dream.
The opening comes as church membership continues to grow across Alabama, which includes more than 40,000 members statewide. In Madison, I'm Valentina Chalala, Fox 54 News.
The new meeting house features a designated space for baptism, multiple classrooms for student and youth organizations, and a main worship room serving as a place for both faith and community gathering. Coming up, residents on the Space Coast woke up to the roar of rocket engines this morning. Details on the latest SpaceX mission ahead. In the meantime, Jordan, how's our weather shaping up this weekend?
Yeah, fantastic as we head into the weekend. It's a fantastic Friday evening, and that weather's only going to continue or even improve Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes. Did you know that you can get weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus? Here's how. Go to Fox 54 Plus on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or Samsung. Once you're on the main screen, push the down arrow and click on the Fox 54 Plus Weather Impact 24/7 block. Here, you'll find radar, current temperatures and conditions, traffic cams, forecasts, and more, all available on demand. Want to get back to the main channel? Just push the down arrow and click on the 24/7 stream button. It's your weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Start streaming today.
Disney on Ice is back at the VBC's Probst Arena this weekend, and they're getting ready for the show by giving us an inside look. You can see a production number from the show Mickey's Search Party, which will see various Disney's characters on the search for Tinkerbell. The show runs until Sunday. One of the skaters in the show, Jason Ott, describes his excitement for the show.
I have one thing I look forward to every single show. It is the smiles on those kids' faces. Lights me up every single time. We have a little bit, just a little peek into the show. We have a little segment where I am frozen on the ice before the Frozen number, and I get to look out into the crowd, and I see those little kids' faces light up as they realize Frozen's about to start. That is the highlight. It makes my heart glow.
Oh, wow. Well, we have an extended interview with Ott, which you can check out right here on Fox 54 Plus. Well, residents in Florida woke up to the sound of rocket engines as SpaceX launched another batch of Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit this morning. Take a listen.
3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Go Falcon, go Starlink. The Falcon 9 rocket lifted off with 29 new satellites amidst that heavy fog you see there. It's the 30th flight for the first stage booster supporting this mission. The satellites will join the thousands of others already in low Earth orbit, helping provide broadband internet to much of the globe.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
Well, look at there outside our Fox 54 studio. The sun came out to say hello, bringing warm weather. Beautiful day, perfect for going out to walk, exercise, or just basking in the sun. It was quite beautiful.
It was. The sky was being all sunny and nice, acting like it just didn't throw balls of ice at us yesterday.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. That's a great way of looking at it.
That was my Facebook post this morning. Don't think I just now came up with that. I came up with that hours ago. But it was a beautiful day. Are you ready for a beautiful weekend?
Oh, yes.
Good, because I have fantastic news for you as we head into the weekend. Let's first talk about the rain we saw yesterday and over the last couple of days, really. These are rainfall totals over the last 2 days. Now, these are just radar estimates, so it's a bit of a generalization. At the more local level, we could be seeing a little bit more or even a little bit less. But generally, south of the Tennessee River, that's where the highest concentration of rain has been located, anywhere between 1 and 2.5 inches. Slightly lower totals once you get north of the river. Up across southern Middle Tennessee, the rain becomes a little more scattered in nature. For example, Pulaski has only seen a trace amount of rain over the last couple of days, but then compare that to Fayetteville, who has seen 1.13 inches, 95/100ths of an inch of rain over the last couple of days. In Florence, the Huntsville International Airport recording 1.13 inches, just over 1.5 inches over in Fort Payne. But look at Arab, look at Coleman, 2.5 inches, 2.1 inches of rain over the last couple of days in Coleman. We're going to be dry as we head into the weekend, and then some small miscellaneous opportunities for rain as we head into next week. Small chance on Monday, dry on Tuesday. Small chances for rain next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Whatever rain we do get is rain that we could use across the Tennessee Valley. Moderate drought conditions really in place across much of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee, and this is a problem that I would like to get fixed over the next couple of weeks before the growing season really begins to take hold across the Tennessee Valley. Probably within the next 4 to 6 weeks, the growing season will really begin to ramp up. We climbed into the upper 60s, lower 70s this afternoon. Athens, Decatur saw 70 degrees. Florence saw 72. Fayetteville saw 68. Arab saw 68, as did the Huntsville International Airport. These numbers close to 10 degrees above where we should be this time of year. Many of us currently sitting in the upper 50s and lower 60s, 58 right now in Huntsville, 63 in Scottsboro, 60 in Albertville, sitting at 63 degrees right now in Moulton. It'll be a really nice quiet night, warm too, temperatures dropping into the lower 40s. I've got a low temperature right around 43 degrees. I think we could all get by without the heat tonight. I don't think you want to leave your windows open. Probably too chilly to leave your windows open, but too warm to have the heat running. It's kind of a fine balance. You'll be able to open the windows in just a couple of days. Sunday morning, 48, but look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday heading out the door to work and school. Early, middle part of next week, we're talking about low temperatures in the low and mid 50s. By the time we get to the later part of next week, we're talking about low temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Above average tomorrow afternoon, temperatures climbing into the low 70s. With plenty of sunshine. Really is going to be a beautiful day. Got a high right around 72. If you have some Saturday evening plans, great weather for that. We're going to sit in the 60s through much of the evening. By the time we get to the middle and later part of the evening, sitting in the mid and upper 50s. Lower 70s once again for your Sunday. The only difference on Sunday is that I do think we're going to begin to see an increase in cloud cover. We're heading into the early days of March. The average high temperature on March 1st is 60 degrees. By the time we get to the end of the month, it'll be 69. But the one thing I really need to point out is that sunset's going to go from 5:42 to 7:06. And then, of course, typically in the month of March, we do get a pretty good amount of rain. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 72 degrees Saturday, Sunday. We stick with the 70s Monday, Tuesday, 70, 71. Those numbers only continue to climb Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. We're going to get really close to 80 degrees as we head into the later part of next week. I've got 75 on Wednesday, 77 degrees next Thursday. Now, there is a small chance of rain and a mostly cloudy sky, but it's going to be 77 degrees, and we're going to get really excited about that. 78 degrees by the time we get to next Friday.
It's officially the weekend, and with the sun shining and temps rising, now's the time to get outside and explore events happening across the Tennessee Valley. First up, the Madison Community Center is hosting a free fair highlighting local resources and inclusive businesses that support individuals with disabilities and their families. That event is Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Next up, also on Sunday, is your chance to learn more about our environment at Joe Wheeler State Park. Visitors can meet the park naturalist and learn about wildlife, seasonal visitors, and various park activities, all for free. And last up, see Winnie the Pooh on stage as the Fantasy Playhouse Children's Theater presents Winnie the Pooh the Musical this weekend. Tickets range from $20 to $26 with shows through Sunday. And as always, if none of this is your style, go to fox54.com for a full list of this weekend's happenings. Tomorrow is the 24th Annual Black History Enrichment and Enlightenment Festival. I have the honor of serving as MC. This event is free and includes music, entertainment, and free food. You can attend the festival at the Trinity United Methodist Church from 1 to 5 p.m.
The Alabama A&M Lady Bulldogs could receive a double bye in the SWAC women's basketball tourney. I'll show you how next in sports.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush. Fast-paced news updates, featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app. Available on Android and iOS devices. Streaming 24/7.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance. Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Time now for your look at sports. Since dropping their SWAC opener, the Alabama A&M Lady Bulldogs have been on a roll, and tomorrow they have a chance to reach another Division I program milestone. Alabama A&M has won 14 in a row, and with a win over arch rival Alabama State, Don Thornton's team can clinch the #1 seed in the SWAC women's basketball tournament. 10 of the Lady Bulldogs' 14 conference wins have been by 10 points or more, and according to Coach Thornton, her team has been so dominant because of their mindset and focus.
You know, I think just being able to have a taste of success and really and truly being able to stack some wins, we've been hungry to really and truly try to keep that thing alive. And they've just been able to lock into that and really been doing what we've asked them to do.
Tip-off on Saturday is set for 2 p.m. with the women. Remember, if A&M wins, they get the 1 seed at the SWAC tourney. The men's game will begin around 4 p.m. This game is a sellout, so if you're not there, then you'll have to watch it live on SWAC TV with our very own Mo Carter and Coach Van Pettaway on the call. Staying on the hardwood now, Huntsville native R.J. Johnson came up huge for his team Thursday night. The Grissom High School alumnus scored 25 points, dished out 5 assists, and had 3 steals in Kennesaw State's 74-65 win over Liberty, the top team in all of Conference USA. The win by Kennesaw State propelled them into the 4th spot of the CUSA standings. We'll hear from Coach Johnson tonight on Fox 54. Now, coming up later tonight in sports, we'll have highlights from UAH's regular season finale. That's coming up tonight at 9.
Also coming up on Fox 54 News at 9, Bill Clinton at the Capitol today faces questions about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. We hear what he had to say for himself. The fight for Department of Homeland Security funding continues, and it might come at the cost of air travel. How the funding battle could impact your next flight. And a local tap room hosting a fun evening with drinks and adoptable pets. How they're helping pets find their forever homes tonight at 9. Before we let you go, a popular sandwich is at the center of a nationwide vote. Borden is asking people across the country to help crown America's favorite grilled cheese. Fans can vote for their top sandwich from 4 creative options: the classic, the spicy big dill, crispy onion, and barbecue, and finally the mad scientist. The winning sandwich will be announced on National Grilled Cheese Day, April 12th. You can vote online at winfreybordencheese.com. I didn't know there were so many different kinds of grilled cheese.
I feel as if one asks 10 different people, you could probably get 10 different ways to make a grilled cheese sandwich, but I prefer just a normal. There's nothing wrong with a good classic grilled cheese sandwich.
Now, I do know there's different types of cheese people use, so I guess I should rephrase what I said, but I've only tried the traditional American cheese.
I mean, I typically stick to the American. Sometimes if Mrs. Dressman makes it, she might throw something else on there.